deeds shall not prosper. Titans of rock, paper and scissors, rise!
What the? What is this? Tell my
story! Grandpa's in his groove. No tourists for a whole year. Dad, is this your dream?
Precisely, my dear. He is only allowing strong and worthy trainers to pass through the route and make it into our town. Iris Town is only for the strong.
Shujo's home at last. Happy for you both, but sad. He gave up his dream.
It's a shame he gave up on his journey.
Well, duh. He doesn't have the will or mental fortitude like the rest of the family. He's always been a bit odd.
I knew he would return. It was only a matter of time before he realized what we all know so well. The code of the Kutoboas is the only way to become the best.
After earning your 3rd gym badge, you have 2 main objectives. Earning the 4th and finding a lore keeper in Bazil City to give you info on the artifacts you acquired in Rosacosa City. Your handy Zonoa map shows you that to get to Bazil City, you have to cross through Iris Town and Canary Town, which is actually home of your 4th gym battle, so this works out perfectly. As you set foot into Route 17, you'll be braving the cold and snowy conditions of a mountainous path. The terrain is rugged, and the snow-capped peaks loom in the distance. The egg you received earlier is still in its early stages and hasn't shown any significant changes. Along the wintry route, you'll be able to catch some familiar Pokemon, as well as battle some trainers.
I am here in search of the rare ice dragon Pokemon that lives on these mountain peaks. As a descendant of the Lost Dragon Tamer tribe, it is my destiny to... Hey, yo man, I was talking. Put me back on screen. Rude.
The rare Pokemon he's talking about is actually Wernom. It's not a particularly powerful Pokemon, at least not now.
Wernom, the baby dragon Pokemon, a dragon and ice type. A very rare but not powerful Pokemon due to not having the ability to feel pain. Its numbers have decreased to borderline extinction, and most officials are undergoing discussions on whether it's ethical to capture them.
Continuing on your way, you'll encounter numerous trainers who seem to be quite frustrated.
Those 3 Pokemon up ahead. Man, my Mons didn't stand a chance.
I can't believe someone is literally gatekeeping trainers from entering Iris Town. This is so unfair.
It appears there is some sort of roadblock up ahead, but what kind you do not know. As you venture further into the mountains, it gets quieter. You get the unnerving but familiar feeling that you're being watched.
Another passerby, I see. Let's just hope you're made of tougher stuff than the last trainer. Huh? Hold on. I sense some strength emanating from you. Only one way to find out. Rise, my titans of rock, paper and scissors!
3 silhouettes surround you. They're... Pokemon.
John, the rock warrior Pokemon and one of 3 forms Seshower can evolve into. A rock and fighting type. It has the most resolve out of the John Kenpo trio. It trains on mountain tops, perfecting its martial arts. If ever beaten by another opponent, John will not rest until the victim is silenced for good. Ken, the paper warrior Pokemon and one of the 3 forms Seshower can evolve into. A grass and fighting type. It is the wisest out of the John Kenpo trio. It camps in forest treetops, perfecting its sniping abilities. It hates to get wet. Armed with bullet seeds that can pierce metal, it can land a bullseye from over a mile away. Ho, the Scissor Warrior Pokemon and one of 3 forms Seshower can evolve into. A steel and fighting type. It is the most honorable out of the Jan Kenpo trio. It runs its blade-like claws against each other to keep them sharp. It excels in close-quarters combat, using the blades to eviscerate its prey into unrecognizable pieces.
Before the Pokemon can attack,
My powder scouter is picking up a 37.5% reading. This trainer is no expert, but he's no weakling either. Let us find out. Rochambeau formation! Attack!
you found yourself facing off against 3 Pokemon at once. They look to be at a very high level, but you can't let that intimidate you. Time to fight back. After about 2 turns into the battle,
Return. My name is Hajime. Town is a place of great honor and prestige, but it's not for everyone. Many trainers have tried to enter its gates and failed miserably. But I sense something different about you. Come, let us leave this cold and enter my dojo where I can test your strength and see if you are worthy of joining the ranks of the elite. And if you should fail miserably, I'll make sure your remains make it back to your hometown.
Sensei, you're back!
Sairi, what's with all this excitement?
I was just in the middle of practicing my Danbei skills against our newest student. Wait, who's this?
This is our new student. Speak. Tell us your name and a fun fact about yourself.
That's so cool! Sensei, can I try out my new moves on him? I promise I won't put him in a coma like I did with the other boy. Can I? Can I? Can I?
I am sorry, Sairi, but he's not a martial artist. He's a Pokemon trainer, and I brought him here to test his mettle and see if he's worthy of entering Iris Town. If you're able to prove your strength, I may even give you one of our dojo's most prized Pokemon. My name is Master Hajime. I am the founder and leader of the very Danbei dojo you see before you. Here, I strive to teach those of great potential the ancient Zonoian martial arts, such as Danbei, as well as Pokemon training techniques.
Danbei is a type of boxing that started in Zonoa. It's a way for young talented fighters, like myself, to show how strong and brave we are. We use our hands and feet to hit our opponent, and sometimes we also use a curved blade called a danba. Sensei says Danbei is a way to keep the traditions and history of the people who started it alive.
Enough of the pleasantries. Player, you want passes to Irish Town? Earn it. Defeat my top student, and defeat me as well in the art of Pokemon battle. But before that, you must change into the proper attire.
shortly after you're fitted for a gi, your challenger emerges from one of the dojo doors. It's Amani.
I thought I recognized your voice. Or lack thereof. Yo, sweet robe.
It's a gi.
Whatever. Well, player, since you motivated me to start my journey again, I decided to enroll in this dojo for a short while to hone my Pokemon skills. And it turns out I'm still pretty powerful. I didn't expect our rematch to be so soon, but brace yourself. Plot armor won't save you this time.
Oh yeah! Run his fate, Amani!
Punkopus, the greaser Pokemon and the evolved form of Platida. A poison and water type. It obsesses over its pompadour, which it keeps styled up with the toxins it secretes from its fur. It hunts in freshwater lakes using its bill to poison its prey. When two Punkopus of rivaling gangs cross hunting grounds, a fight always breaks out.
Of course. GG. And there will most definitely be a re, but later on. Let me level up my guys.
Oh my gosh, that was awesome! Did you see that, Sensei? He defeated our top student! He may be as strong as your grandson!
I see. You passed the first half of my test, but now you shall face me. It would honestly take me 7 seconds to obliterate you. But what fun would that be? Just as gym leaders scaled their Pokemon to match the challenges, I shall as well. Only because I think I may know who you really are. Let's battle.
Simonkara, the baby baboon Pokemon, a psychic type. Scientists can't figure out if it's asleep or just locked in a deep state of meditation. Strange psychic energy causes it to float. Its brainwaves match those of an active Pokemon undergoing training. Soccerpie, the knuckle Pokemon, a fighting type. It uses its powerful forearms to travel, punching the ground with incredible speed to send it soaring. As it flies through the air it balls up. People often mistake it for a meteor.
As robust as the boab tree, so is your will.
And, just like Sensei Hajime had promised, he hands over their dojo's prized Pokemon.
Seshower, the unpracticed Pokemon, a fighting type. It gets restless if it hasn't trained enough for the day. Seshower's body can only be described as a mixture of textures resembling rock, paper and metal. It is constantly honing its skills to expedite its evolution. What it evolves into is solely based on chance.
You have earned my approval. You may enter Iris Town, home and birthplace of my clan, the Kutoboas. You're a friend of my grandson Shujo. Oh, don't look so surprised. He spoke very fondly of you. It's apparent that you struck quite a fire in that boy's heart. I know you only wish to pass through Iris Town to get to the real destination, but I ask of you this. Save Shujo. Save him and my family.
So, as it turns out, that Grandmaster Hajime is Shujo's grandfather. Even more interesting is that Shujo's entire family runs and operates Iris Town. Hajime had one very heartfelt request: save Shujo. But what did he mean? Is Shujo in mortal danger? Last time you spoke, he had given up everything. Well, there's only one way to find out. Onward to Iris Town. As you enter the mountainside village of Iris Town, you'll notice how surprisingly peaceful and beautiful it is. Farmers and fishermen tend to their jobs completely lost in their own little worlds. Iris Town, the windy mountainside village.
Hey, young man! You must be pretty strong to be allowed access in our town. Pokemon strength is mostly about power, but what say you on your fishing skills? Here, this is an enchanted rod. It's like an old rod, but without the copyright infringement. Show me what you got, outsider.
Depending on how much time you spend on this ice fishing challenge will determine your chances of encountering the rare Pokemon, Prophecy.
Prophecy, the clairvoyant Pokemon, a water and psychic type. Almost hunted to extinction, some ancient civilizations would use this Pokemon to predict tides and natural disasters. It is said that if you look into a Prophecy's pearl, you will see your whole life play out in a single second.
Wow! I was honestly hoping you would suck. You see, I'm rather insecure and narcissistic, so I take great joy in watching others fail.
Making your way downtown, walking fast, you'll notice a large mansion that envelops half of the town. You can see the symbols K and T on banners decorating the place. This has to be Shujo's home. Wow, who knew he was so rich? Time to go say hi. What's this? Some sort of robot.
Welcome to the Kutoboas residence. You are currently being recorded. State your reason for visiting. Do you have an appointment? Appointment times are Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. If you do not have an appointment or other reason for being here, I am afraid I will have to ask you to leave. You are here to visit Shucho Kutoboas. State your name. Player, computing. No information found. Contacting head of household for further investigation.
What is it now, Guardbot?
Lishu, I was hoping to speak to your father.
He's busy. Now what is it?
A person named Player is requesting meetings with Shujo.
Are you malfunctioning again? What the hell kind of name is that?
He appears to be an outsider.
What's his power level?
My scanners say he and his Pokemon are at a 38.5% power level.
That's not weak, but it's not anywhere close to ours. Let him in. He could be practice fodder for Layla.
You enter Shujo's home.
Well, you look annoying. My little sister will be out to battle you in a second. Layla! You have an appointment!
No battles today, bro. What's the issue you must share? No appointments? Why?
If you don't have any battle appointments, then why is this weakling here? Maybe he's one of Jola's. Jola!
I'm right here. And no, I don't battle anyone under 60% power scale. Who are you? Your player?
Father. Yes. I think you should come down here.
Ah, so you're the famous player my son has told me so much about. You're an interesting person, all right. My eldest son also spoke about you. You're in opposition of the code our family and ancestors founded, the code of the Kutoboas. And now, here you are, in our home, surrounded by the very people you seem to not respect. Alone and vulnerable. As you've heard, Kutoboa is an ancient Zonoan term for pierce, for our ancestors used to pierce the hope of victory in our enemies' hearts. But if need be, if necessary, we could also pierce a whole lot more and crush the opposition no matter how young.
This very much feels like a threat, and you're surrounded.
Dad?
Son, you didn't tell me you were having guests.
Player? What are you doing here?
Oh, it's no bother. We were just giving him a warm welcoming. What's that I hear? Sounds like your mother is on her way downstairs.
Does anyone want any snacks? Well, hello there. Shujo, aren't you going to introduce us to your new friend?
This is Player. Player, meet my mom, dad, second older brother Lishu, my younger sister Jola, and my youngest sister Layla. She speaks only in haikus. Don't ask. Mom, Dad, can I speak to my friend in private?
Anything you have to say, you can say in front of all of us, son.
Dear, let them talk. This is the first friend Shujo has ever had.
Wow, so Shujo's mom seems to be the only normal person in the family. Shujo takes you to his room. His room is about what you expect, except there's tons of comics littered throughout the place. You'll find popular manga from Kanto such as Pokeball Z, Choo Choo Hakusho, and the incomplete series of Hunter x Hunter. Will it ever finish? Who knows?
You shouldn't have come here. What? My grandpa sent you? That old geezer should really mind his own business. I don't need saving. I gave up. Don't you remember? I'm done with Pokemon training. I tried doing things my way and look where it got me. Listen, you shouldn't have come. My family isn't like other families. The older brother, the one you battled, told them horrible stuff about you and how you disgrace my family's code. Layla, what are you doing here?
Hey Shujo, it's time for your friend to pay for his crimes. Justice must be served.
What?
Don't make it easier than it already is, Shu.
Listen, if you guys so much as touch him, I'll...
Big words coming from a quitter.
Macaulay!
He knew the punishment for being your friend. Now he must pay the ultimate price.
You can't do this!
Shujo's right. We can't just off his friend without giving Shujo a chance to defend himself. What say ye, son? How about we make this a challenge?
Challenge?
You will battle for the fate of your friend. You will battle me. Both of you in a tag match.
He gave up Pokemon battling, Dad. Remember?
Then he's giving up all chances of saving his friend. Guess that kid means nothing to him.
You're wrong!
Oh.
You've always been wrong! About everything! Power and stats and all of that! There's more to Pokemon than that. And Player has shown me that. He doesn't follow a stupid generational code, and look how strong he's gotten. I left to do things my way because I actually care about Pokemon. They're my friends, and so is Player. I won't let you take him away like you did my childhood Pokemon.
Very well, then prove it. Team up with him, your silly little Pokemon and your ideas, and take me down. I will use 2 Pokemon and allow you and him to use 6 apiece. Battle like his life depends on it, Shujo. Because truth be told, it does.
I got your back, pal. Let's teach my old man a thing or two about friendship.
Does anyone want any snacks?
He sends out Machamp and Alakazam. His strategy is very clear. He's using the strongest Pokemon in both the physical and special attack categories. You'll have to put everything you've learned so far into this battle, because if you don't, this may as well be your very last. Defeating Shujo's father will be the final way to free Shujo for good. Clever move from Shujo having his Pokemon use Perish Song. Now all you guys have to do is last 4 turns and Mr. Kutoboas' Pokemon will be done for.
Your abilities have surpassed my expectations. You two have proven yourselves to be formidable trainers. I respect your power and determination, and as head of the Kutoboa household, will honor our agreement. Your friend gets to live.
We did it!
Father, you can't allow this.
Silence, boy. It's important to honor agreements. Maybe there really are other ways to achieving the championship title.
Later on.
Shujo, your father and you have different perspectives. He failed to acknowledge something so apparent until now. You are our child, but what's most important is that you are your own person. Make your own choices and live your life on your own accord. If you ever feel like you've had enough, you can always come back, alright?
Thanks, Ma. I'm not gonna give up this time when things get difficult. What kind of rival would I be if I did?
Since the family can't kill you anymore, Shujo gives you a tour of the palace.
Bro, I'm sorry my family tried to put you on a t-shirt. They're not all like that. You see, this entire town is owned by my family, and one of our laws is only the strong gets to pass through here. My grandpa is the gatekeeper. Anyway, what do you say about us traveling together? Well, at least until we get into the next town.
Player.
Who's that?
I was finally strong enough to make it into village. Don't worry, I don't want my run back right now. I'll get it later on when my team is a little trained up. Anyway, peace out.
Yo, what the heck, man? You've been battling another rival? I thought what we had was special!
Now that you were able to visit Shujo's home, you were able to get a deeper understanding of him, his background, and finally get him to admit you're his friend. Now with him traveling with you to the next town, which is Canary Town by the way, it's sure to be exciting.